Hello again, everyone. I'm attorney Robert Flessas. I recently received a comment from one of my viewers describing a landlord-tenant issue that really doesn't occur that often. The issue is whether or not a landlord can keep a refrigerator that was placed in the rental unit and purchased by the tenant. But first, if you enjoy my videos, please consider subscribing to my channel. Here are the general facts of this viewer's problem. When the viewer initially rented the unit, he wanted to replace the existing refrigerator provided by the landlord with a bigger refrigerator that the tenant bought. He let the landlord know that, and the landlord retrieved the refrigerator that came with the unit. Once his lease terminated and the tenant was preparing to vacate, the landlord told the tenant that the refrigerator that he brought into the unit, the bigger one, now belonged to the landlord. The landlord pointed out a provision in the lease that addressed this very issue, or at least that's what this viewer told me. Of course, the viewer was upset. He wanted to keep his refrigerator. The viewer apparently didn't read the lease before signing it because he was kind of surprised once the landlord told him that. I don't have enough information from this viewer's comment to determine the validity of the lease itself or how the lease provision relates to the refrigerator. When the tenant told the landlord that he was removing the refrigerator, the landlord said that if he removes it, then the landlord will have a lawyer send him a letter or, I'm assuming, will take legal action. So here's the question. Even if the landlord allegedly stated in the lease that a refrigerator supplied by the tenant would become the landlord's property, can the landlord keep it? Is this term in the lease enforceable by the landlord? As I've stated in other videos, tenants need to read their entire lease before signing it. Based upon minimal facts and without the benefit of actually reading the lease, the way that I look at it, I would argue that the refrigerator is the property of the tenant. What are the various arguments that can be made to challenge the landlord's claim to ownership? Well, it doesn't mean that these arguments will be successful, but if this tenant gets sued, these are the possible arguments that can be made. The very first argument that I would make is that the refrigerator is not a fixture. A fixture is something that's affixed to the real estate. It's not easily removable. A refrigerator, unless securely attached to the unit, is removable. For example, if you broke a faucet on a sink and replaced it yourself, then that fixture theoretically belongs to the landlord because it's affixed to the sink. It's a fixture and it stays with the property. Another example of a fixture would be a dishwasher. Let's say the tenant's unit had a defective dishwasher and the landlord won't replace it. So the tenant replaced it at the tenant's cost. At the end of the lease, the tenant removes the dishwasher, figuring it was paid for by the tenant. The new dishwasher, I would argue, belongs to the landlord because it's attached to the unit. In this case, we're talking about a refrigerator. In my opinion, it's not a fixture because it's removable. It's not attached to the unit. In my opinion, it's the personal property of the tenant. Plus, the landlord removed the original refrigerator and can easily put it right back in the unit and the problem's solved. Here are the arguments that I would make using a contract law challenge to the lease provision that allows the landlord to keep the refrigerator. First, you could argue that the provision in the lease making the refrigerator the property of the landlord is against what's called public policy. No one would think that a removable, non-fixture refrigerator should become the property of the landlord under these circumstances. Further argue that the landlord retrieved the landlord's refrigerator, so the landlord didn't lose on the deal because the landlord had the original property. The original refrigerator could have easily been returned to the unit by the landlord for the next tenant, and the problem is now solved. There are also two different ways to treat a lease. There's a void lease and avoidable lease. Avoidable lease is still a valid lease, but the argument would be that the refrigerator clause portion in the lease is unenforceable. The theory here would be that the tenant was like tricked into or forced into entering that clause as part of the lease. That there wasn't a meeting of the minds between the landlord and the tenant when it came to property ownership. The rest of the contract would be okay. But the fact that the tenant signed the lease with a provision will probably defeat this argument. The second type of lease is a void lease. A void lease is completely unenforceable, everything. The entire lease is no good. If the refrigerator clause is contained in an unenforceable lease, then the refrigerator clause is void too. There's probably more arguments that can be made depending on the specific circumstances. By the way, I have a video on my channel that discusses 7 illegal contract clauses. You might want to watch that video in my eviction playlist. Well, remember now, you have to read leases, and for that matter, any contract before signing it. By reading and understanding the terms, you avoid future problems like this one. If you don't like a clause in a lease or contract, you can try and negotiate to change the lease or that clause, or you can exclude that clause that you don't like, or don't even enter into the lease. I'm attorney Robert Flessas. I'll see you in the next video.